hear the sea, she is singing a song.
She asks me if I'd sing along.
La da la da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da.
Row, row.
The sea is my mistress, to her I belong.
She's here before me and after I am gone. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da 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 da.
Oft how you listen renders what you receive. The water will tell you when to hoe and to heave. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. Row, row. A storm is coming.
I hear the singing, she's singing, she asks me if I sing along. La da 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 da. I hear that. Land ho! Yes.
I heard the sea, she has sung me a song. The tonight is pretty as the day long. La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Taste of Owen! Not to be confused with the show of the same name that's happening in the alleyway directly after this one. I told you that would work. If we've yet to be acquainted, good evening. I'm Owen. Thank you. Yes. I have deemed myself the premier off-Broadway composer of Bushwicks. Thank you. I have written countable songs in the course of my career. Yes, for various musical projects, and I've selected just a few of them to share with you tonight. Ladies and others, everything you hear tonight is an Owen original. So who's ready for a taste of Owen? You get a taste, you get a taste, you get a taste! Tonight, I am joined by the wickedly talented Stephen Mellen. I'm joined by Makena McElroy. Joined by Jacob Lamb. You guys, in college, we hung out freshman year almost exclusively, the three of us, and we called ourselves Makokub, which is a combination of Owen, Jacob, and McKenna, of course. So this is a full circle moment. Also, you guys, we've got a special guest joining us later, and her name is Kelsey Bentz. What you may not know is there were supposed to be 4 singers tonight, and one is unfortunately has strep throat, so nevertheless, we persevere, and Kelsey stepped in last minute and learned 2 songs for you to do today. Wow. And I'm picking up the other one of her songs, so you get to look forward to a gorgeous falsetto. Okay, so that first song you just heard, if you remember, the one with the C and all the la-da-das, that was the opening from my off-Broadway debut, which was The Raven. Yes, shout out to some Raven people in the room. We're full of birds in here. Okay, that was a clowny comedy in which Gennaro has to save his brother Milo from a horrible curse in this next number called, you guessed it, The Curse. Gennaro, played by Makena, has kidnapped a princess and explains why he had to steal her from her tower in order to save his brother's life.
3 years ago, my brother, when he first became the king, loved to wield a bow and arrow above all earthly things. A hunter through and through, braver than a bear, hunted deer and elk and fox and occasionally a hare. One day he saw a raven atop an old tree. His arrow flew and hit the bird, which perished instantly. On a tomb of the whitest marble, the raven had its fall. Its blood would stain the stone forever where the bird was sprawled. The forest suddenly shook. Then a thunderclap from a nearby clearing. Underfoot some trees did snap. The ugly ogre entered, flaming eyes aglow. A furious face, terrible tusks, bloody lips. Milo, my curse be on you, he said without hesitation. Then he rumbled out a fearsome incantation. Incantation! You must seek a woman whose skin is as white as this marble tomb, whose lips are scarlet akin to my raven's blood, and whom the gods have given black hair, as black as his every plume. If you find her not, I swear, by Pluto seal your doom.
You must seek a woman whose skin is as white as this marble tomb.
White as the marble
Whose lips are scarlet akin to my raven's blood.
Raven's blood, and
Gods have given black hair, as black as his every bloom.
black as his every
Find her not, I swear, by Pluto seal your doom.
All my envoys failed to find a woman with those features. White skin, red lips, dark hair. Where is that stunning creature? That's when I chartered a boat to find this very person, because I couldn't stand to watch my brother's condition worsen. I sailed from port to port, finding girls of every kind, young and fair, thin and thick, majestic and even shy. Then I reached Damascus, and I heard tell of you. An old man on the shore told me what to do. He told me that your father trapped you in a tower with a moat. She's up there! Get her down and take her to the boat! To save you from your father, I tricked you and made you go. We set sail to Fratimbrosa, and I suppose the rest you know. Ooh. Adventure. A dragon is fought, a prophecy is foretold, there's a freaking wizard, but ultimately everyone gets their happy ending when the curse is lifted, and the characters recite this poem to the audience, adapted to music directly from the original 1700s text.
You will live happily
Makena and Owen are always doing sketch comedy shows around the city, and it wouldn't be a Taste of Owen if we didn't have a few different flavors. So, it is my honor to welcome to the stage the world's most interesting sisters.
Woo!
Enchanté. I'm Deborah Bardot.
And I'm Betty Bardot.
Okay.
I'm the most interesting woman in the world.
And I... comparable.
And guess what? We're sisters! I was raised on a fishing boat between the Cayman Islands.
I was raised in a single-parent home. That is pretty cool, too.
I went to school in the south of France and summered in Ireland.
I had a trampoline in my backyard, something I soon outgrew.
Interesting sisters, both equivocally matched. Clap, clap. Interesting sisters, don't get too attached. Gasp. We're gonna give you a show, Sisters Bardot.
Deborah, is it true you lived as a monk?
Can't you tell by my spunk?
Is it true you wrestled a gator?
I'll tell you that story later. Is it true you prefer red wine?
Yes.
All right. I handled snakes in a traveling fair.
I had a cat.
I was married to a Persian heir.
Doesn't change the fact that
We're interesting sisters. You'll never understand.
but you could try.
Interesting sisters. We're sexy and we know you want to fuck us. Almost everyone does. We're always causing a ruckus. My vagina's covered in fuzz.
Oh, Deborah, that's interesting.
Betty, I know. We're gonna give you a show, Sisters Bardot.
We're really gonna let you have it in the bridge.
It's not the bridge yet, but when it is, you're gonna get it good.
You're gonna go crazy.
If you're lucky, stud. Interesting sisters, the bridge is almost here.
Here it comes.
Interesting sisters, all of a sudden we're at the bridge.
Go.
Broadway.
Suburbs.
Bardot. All right, let's give it to him. Sisters will always be true. And if they're boring to you,
Wait, what?
sisters love to have some fun. I'm the only interesting one.
You rotten scoundrel, you can't mean it.
I do. I've done everything and you've done nothing.
Deborah, you're a real snake in the grass, you know that.
You're nothing without me, kid.
Oh, Deborah, do you mean it?
No. Gotcha! We told you we put on a show, and now it's our time to go. We're the sisters. Bardot.
Betty.
Deborah Bardot. Did you guys like that? I had a feeling. That was crazy. Okay, well, guess what? It's time for one of our special guest appearances from Kelsey Bentz. Okay, our next nibble in this Taste of Owen is from the show Operation Destroy Beth Jesus. Thank you. This is an interactive, campy, sci-fi, thriller, comedy musical in which usually the audience gets to vote for decisions for the characters to make on their phones. It's had 2 sold-out runs right here in Bushwick. The plot follows 3 ragtag rebel fighters who are journeying to the center of Earth 2 in order to shut down an evil robot overlord named Beth Jesus. Usually, the audience gets to vote, I already said that, on who sings the first song in the show, thus creating who the protagonist is. But today, you're going to get to hear both. The first one, there's a trio. There's a sexy alien, played by Kelsey Bentz. Get on up here, girl. And then there's Gadget, who's like a hacker tech guy. And of course, their British robot sidekick, Scrum, played by Makena. Regardless of the version of the song you get, Makena will sing either way. So first, it's sexy alien Lazara, and you've got to remember, she's an alien or else the song will not be funny.
We have to try the master plan. We can't waste our time waiting for the man. What we have now, this won't last. And I find myself haunted by my past. Picture me, just a kid, on Palace 4. It's a tropical planet. I lost my mom in the war, but I won't forget the way she was before. I feel like I can hear her now. Flork Dobby grew is what she said, and ever since it's never left my head. Most of the phrase gets lost in translation. In many ways, it's just a collation of love and try and horse. It's hard to translate the word for horse. She is why I have to fight, 'cause she taught me to stand up for what's right, to saddle up and use my spurs. Do you see where the metaphor begins to work? For Dobby grew, that was her phrase. And ever since I've kept my hooves raised. And though it won't make total sense in this language, these simple words relieve my anguish, love and try and horse. I feel the need to explain the horse. It's because there aren't any horses on Palace 4. It's a tropical planet. There are things similar to horses, but they have a certain je ne sais quoi. Have you been there before? No. Well, that makes it harder. It's crucial to the metaphor. Flork Dobby grew, now she lives on, and her words have never done me wrong. You get 2 of them right away, but the third one has to stay. Inspiration from the source, love and try and horse. The most important word is horse.
Hey, Maggie. All you, girl. Take it, baby. I mean it. Come on, man.
I'll admit, I'm afraid of the master plan. How can I prevail, a glorified handyman. But it's not for my own life, I'm afraid, but more for the life I have made. For the past few years, it's like I've had a son. And I can't imagine going on without one. To everyone else, he's just a circuit board. But to me, so much more. I know what I've got to do, but I can't rewire my brain, say I'm brave for my robot son. But who knows how long I'll still have one. Although he's just a pile of wires, you'd have to say I'm a liar if I said I didn't love my son. My son who's a robot. Like I've said many times, he's just a hunk of brass.
Hunk of brass.
And his make and model are pretty low class.
Pretty low class.
Half of his gears never turn.
Never turn.
But everyone else will have to learn.
Will they learn?
To see he is more than steel. I'll try to rewire my heart, and that's the start to show I'm tough. My electric child and I have had enough. He may be just nuts and bolts, a mess of watts and volts, but I'll stand up for my son who's a robot. I hacked into his motherboard, got past the firewall, grabbed my braveness module. It was an easy install. When you input braveness, it goes through the power supply. And if I installed it in him, then I know I can rewire my soul and become bold for my robot boy.
My dad.
This mess of cables brings me so much paternal joy.
I love my daddy.
His veins are no more than
My
cords.
cords are like
I'm at the control board. I'll decide I'm bold. I'll choose to be tough. Braveness can be taught by my son.
By my dad.
By my son who's a robot. In this next spoof on the 11 o'clock number, our trusty robot narrator, Beep Beep Bop Boop, played by Owen, gives some insight on what the pressures of stardom can do to a robot.
My motherboard said, la da da da. Oh, I'm sorry. You all don't want to hear me sing, do you? Oh, well, maybe a few bars. Up to the bridge. It all started when I was 3 million gigahertz fast, an anomaly. And my motherboard said to me, "You're the fastest CPU around." Turns out I would be a star, twice as viral as the Tesla car. I took the first steps on Mars, became a household name across the world. Things I didn't know I could do, motherboard would push me through. For a computer, You couldn't be cuter. Try hard, restart, and do it all again. Cause my motherboard said I'd be a star one day. In a rocket ship destination Hollywood. See my name in LEDs, fans would beg me on their knees. Pretty please, a picture if you could. But I'm sure I'm boring you. Really? How about you just look blankly ahead if you want me to keep going? Fine. When time travel first was new, of course I was part of the crew. To do as nobody else could do, and save the world performing in the past. It's the role of my career, but there's no one I know here. And my name's been forgotten for years. And I hear my motherboard in my ears. My motherboard said I'd be a star one day, but in her eyes I'm always just the moon. Can't forget her if I try. Maybe she's the reason why I don't power up till afternoon. How does a robot deal with its emotions? Well, if it doesn't have the bandwidth to process them, they ram it all down. That was the case for me, after all. And I thought it would all go away, you know, after she got deactivated, but no, she's still watching every little thing that I do. But now she's me, or am I her? It all keeps going in my head. I can't delete the things she said. My motherboard said I'd be a star one day, but I'm a half-right cyborg circus clown. Now I'm pushing 30, call me Jeanette McCurdy, and just be thankful that she's powered down. Cause my motherboard said I'd be a star one day, and I don't think this is what she had in mind. In Bushwick on a Friday night, for fuck's sake, where's my light? I'm tired of this shit, all these cheap robotic bits. When they give me my award, I'll still thank my motherboard. Thank you, motherboard. It was all for you, for me. Please pardon the interruption. That was a glitch in my programming. On with the show.
The next song begs the age-old question. Can we have a comedic gay love story that has nothing to do with the plot in any way? The answer might surprise you. This next song is from Puss in Boots After Dark. I play Detective Dick Willie Peterson, and Makena plays Detective Al. This is the third time she's playing a man in a song together. The sexually repressed detectives are looking for a disappeared person, and they wind up alone together in a closet. Perhaps this manhunt may take on a different meaning altogether. I don't know what I'm feeling. He's my partner and my friend. I want to feel his lips on mine, but I have to pretend. She doesn't give me butterflies when he walks into the precinct. I want to caress his perfect face and listen to my instinct. But here's the case I can't crack. Does my partner like me back? His badge, how it shines when he's riding his fines. I wanna be his love
God, I want to kiss him. He's just got that special thing. I know if he embraced me, he'd hear my cholesterol-filled heart sing. I don't know if I can say it. What if he doesn't feel the same? I wanna rip his clothes off and repeatedly scream his name. Here's the clue I can't find. Does Dick like me in kind? The way that he smirks while he does paperwork. I wanna be his lover, but I'm staying undercover. I'm tired of hiding the man I really am.
And I can't keep up this lie. My life is a sham.
Something in his eyes is giving me the go.
I may never try if I never know.
I need to know.
I wanna kiss you.
I wanna kiss you. Whoa. Now we'll give in to our temptation, and we'll start the investigation. The evidence proves our suspicions, and you have my total permission. Touch my cheek,
Leave my gaze.
knees are weak.
I'm in a daze.
Grab my shoulder,
Grab my waist,
hold me close. I'm blowing my cover from partners to lovers.
Okay. Wow, you guys, we're getting through it quick. Slow down. Okay. Can we take it all under tempo? All right. So of all of the musicals tonight, this last one I've been working on for the longest, like 7 years, which is kind of crazy. And the idea came to me in a dream, as they all do. So in my dream, there is this beautiful sunset over this glowing bay, and there was a factory in the back, and it was like pumping this red smoke into the sky. And then I heard this melody and woke up and wrote it down. Can you give me a C chord? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, sailor's warning. That led me down a 7-year path of writing and developing and workshopping a nearly 2-hour musical. And now, you get a taste.
In our first song, our protagonist Max, played by Owen, wants to save his town from an oppressive factory. He'll do anything in his power to save his dad's crabbing business. There is a famous lost treasure from an old shipwreck buried somewhere in the town, and Max finds a coin with this message on it.
F. If you follow me, I'll whisper secretly, in a bank the treasure lies, doubloons on every side. I'm not looking for treasure. Well, I'm not looking for treasure. But if I was, what would be the best place to look? It doesn't matter, because I'm not, okay? Well, there's the obvious places. For example, X marks the spot. I bet the trick to finding treasure is to find all the places where you think it's not. It's probably easy if you took the time, and I can see that I'm clearly losing my mind because I'm thinking about looking for treasure. I'm thinking about looking for treasure. And I have a clue, so I already have a start. No, this was fun, but I'm sane. I could really use the money. Quite frankly, we all could. I could use that fortune to finally really do some good. The factory wouldn't stand a chance if little old me had gold in his pocket pulling down his pants. If I put my mind to it, then I really could do it. To ease my mind, I'll try to find beyond measure. I'll find, is what I would say if I was going to look, but I'm not. Who am I kidding? I'm probably looking for treasure. I'm probably looking for treasure. And I can start right now because I think I found a lead. Let's see. The letter F it starts with likely stands for Francois' name. But what does the rest mean? Is it literally a bank? I'll check this map from 1793. Oh, holy crap. I'm acting crazy. I'm literally looking for treasure. I'm literally looking for treasure. I'm not insane, I'm not off the chain, I have a working brain. If I put my mind to it, then I really could do it. To ease my mind, I'll try to find. It's my pleasure, I'll find nothing. I've got nothing. There's no bank in this town where someone wouldn't have looked already. But I owe it to my dad, who could use a leg ahead. I owe it to the town, 'cause the factory's buying people out. I see the smoke fogging up the sky. I'm watching all the wildlife die. Used to be blue, now the water's gray, and it's getting darker day by day. I'm not going to wait to see the end, so I'll take the if and I'll make it when. When I put my mind to it, then I will hopefully do it. I feel like all the stars aligned. I can't afford to fall behind. To ease my mind, I'll try to find beyond measure. It'll be my pleasure. I'll find. There it is, the town bank. It's where the old abandoned lot used to be. I got this. Oh, right. The treasure! Wow. I'd like to welcome back a special guest to the stage. Kelsey Bentz is going to help us out. Here, come here. But I'm going to intro you from this next. Okay, so Max isn't the only one in the story who finds a clue. So does his friend Gabby, played by Makena, who tries to convince Tanya, played by Kelsey, a stuffy straight-A student, who doesn't want to help her look, to help her look.
Listen, it says, A, if you want the gold, listen when you're told. To grant your every wish, look underneath the fish.
Right. I think I saw Bigfoot the other day.
Tanya, are you freaking joking me right now? This is clearly a clue to a hidden treasure. Will you help me look tomorrow after school? I want to check the abandoned lot where the fish market used to be. I have a chess club Wednesday, and that's trespassing.
Please just skip one chess club. Help me out this one time. One absence, that's okay. Helping is no crime.
I can't. What if we get arrested? What if we go to jail? What if Evan B passes me on the chess leaderboard? I'll have to go to Phoenix Online.
Well, once we find the treasure, you can make bail.
I refuse to go to prison cause I'm acting like your little pawn. I thought way too much and this gag has gone on for way too long. You thought you had me in checkmate, but girl, I'm telling you you're wrong and your argument thereupon.
I will buy a milkshake just for you if you come. If you turn that one down, then you're really dumb. Just think of how our future could be. We could really use the money.
I'm not going to jail over a milkshake.
What about a pecan pie?
Oh yeah, I'll do it for a pie.
Really?
No, I would not get arrested just because you're offering me a pie. I can't believe you just got bested by a tiny silly lie. I wouldn't do this for a cheeseburger or tater tots or fries. I will not fall for your food bribes. I will decide how my future will be. Not filled with dirty money.
If we find the treasure, we can buy all the milkshakes in the world. Plus, we'll make the papers. Imagine if Cornell reads, a red-eyed girl finds ancient treasure. She worked really hard at something and did it, proving she's the perfect student and professional, and we love her.
Well, when you put it that way, and I could publish a sort of tell-all, and that story would get me into grad school and into Oprah's book club. Oh, screw it. I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's go on a treasure hunt. Let's go on a treasure hunt.
Let's go on a treasure hunt. We will find all the gold. I can't wait for the news when this story's told.
When we find the treasure, social media will lose their freaking mind. I'll tell Cornell about my super archaeological find, and then they'll be impressed with all the data that I find, and I will not be declined.
Now we decide how our future will be. Looks good with some money. Let's go on a treasure hunt. Let's go on a treasure hunt. Let's go on a treasure hunt. The song is over.
Let's have Kelsey bow. Please. Amazing. Yeah, she learned that today. Yeah, we're like, hey, how about the one where you say every word?
In this next song, Max needs help finding the treasure with someone else, and he finds himself alone with his close friend, Neil.
I could sit for hours and watch the waves crash on the sand. I could get lost in sandcastle mazes that I planned. The tide never been this open before. I can't hold back this well anymore. I'm floating, I'm falling through the waves, through the sky. First I sink, then I rise. Floating, I'm falling. Symphonies in the breeze, sailing by. Oh, the waves wash over me. I'm lifted up, they wash over me. For once in my life, I just float.
My mom keeps talking about my future wedding day. And if I told her this, I know what she'd say. But what you said I couldn't ignore. I heard your voice unlike ever before. I am floating, I am falling. I'm afraid, I'm relieved, and I hope you agree. Oh, the waves wash over me. Oh, it's like I dreamed it would be,
Dreamed it would be.
if I take a step.
You take
Would
a
you
step,
please
I
take
will
one
too.
Closer,
Closer we get,
or I
feel like you.
floating, I'm falling
By your side,
by my side. I feel like I'm floating, I'm falling.
for once in my
Life, I could
Can I have you guys just follow me around wherever I go? I've never felt more gassed up than in this moment. I need a drink of water.
So, Max's mother died on a small fishing boat when he was young. And for years, everyone has been curious about the details. Gabby's parents, Gabby, Oscar, and Jane Lee Green just told Gabby she would be inheriting the family boating supply store, Greenco. And Gabby feels grown up enough to ask for the truth.
This is the one that I'm filling in for. Putting that out there now. All I know is she was sick and one day took the boat out late. There was some wind, perhaps a storm, but that part is up for debate. No use wondering how it all went down.
But please, honey, it's the talk of the town.
Honey,
Bunny,
baby,
darling,
don't correct me. Do not rough me, I'm so sorry. I love you,
I love you,
I love you.
I love you.
Guys, can we focus?
What I heard is she was ill and knew there was a storm that night. She didn't even say goodbye before she chose to take her life. No use wondering, that's how it all went down.
Oh, please, Oscar, that's the talk of the town. Pumpkin,
Pumpkin,
sugar, don't insult me. I need you to say I'm
sorry, I'm not angry.
I love you,
I love you,
I love you.
I love you.
Guys, subject at hand, please.
I nasty rumor I once heard she wanted a divorce from Ray.
He didn't want to break things off, he tied her up anchors away.
He didn't want to decide in court, he didn't want to get the
He
blame.
killed her off and got off free and has a life insurance claim.
No use wondering, that's not how it went down. That is simply
The talk of the town. There's another story,
but it's too far-fetched for me.
there is nothing to it.
Just a big conspiracy. We don't want to bring the mood down.
Come on, guys, it's the talk of the town.
Delia was in the FBI.
Yeah.
A well-known spy.
Oh, yeah.
A mobster had a hit out for her. He was known as the Destroyer.
She had to move.
Yeah.
She changed her name.
Oh yeah, she played the game. She lost her badge. What a shame. Not to gossip, but it's the talk of the town.
Lover,
Snookums,
dearest
princess, I just love it.
When we
Are on
the same
page, it's simply perfect.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I love you.
I can't believe that I'll own the company. I always thought I was destined for greater things. And I know I shouldn't be upset because my parents think of me. But if I own this business, this land, this heavy-weighted, aggravated company, then I'm tied down to this town that's going underground. As the factory destroys the bay, ironic that my company is called Green. I need to be free of this place, forget where I started, believe I can make it happen. I bet that's what she wanted when she went out on the boat that night. Just like me, she's called to the horizon. I believe I can make it happen.
What was that, sweetie?
Oh, nothing, just talking to myself.
Don't pry.
Hubby,
Angel,
beefcake,
I can't stand when
when you think
you are
better
than me. Sorry, baby.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Guys,
In conclusion, it's the talk of the town.
forget where I started, believe I can make it happen. I can make it happen.
Okay, we got a big spoiler alert coming up for Treasure Hunt. He finds the treasure. But when I produce it, come see it anyway. Okay, but the twist is, it's still not enough to keep his dad from working at the factory. So after learning that, and the truth about his mother, which I won't tell you, he starts to reflect on his journey and ends the musical with this.
Which one do you like?
2 steps forward, 1 step back. Guess that's all you can ask for nowadays. Get your hopes up just to see them dashed away. Anyway, maybe this is why it's feeling easy to give up. Extraordinary circumstances still are not enough. We're just getting tossed around like seashells in the rough until we're sand. No. You know what? So life's not easy. No one said it was. The answer to your problems aren't buried in the ground. You might have to be resilient because you could wait forever for a chance to come around. Maybe I can choose to care. Giving up is easy when life's feeling unfair. We owe it to ourselves to withstand the wear and tear and make it through. 'Cause after all, I'm just floating. I'm falling. Symphonies in the breeze, sailing by. Floating. I'm falling. Against all the odds, I will try. All the waves wash over me. I'm lifted up, they wash over me.
I am too, Max. I'm floating with you. We all are. You're acting like you're all alone. But I am with you. You don't have to do it on your own. Look around you and see.
We'll make it through this somehow. We'll have to be clever. We'll all try to figure it out.
Why not do it together? Floating, I am falling.
So am I.
I am too. We are floating with you.
Floating, I'm falling. It's better to keep trying and failing than never try at all. The way just one song left. Thank you. But before we finish, I've got people to thank, Mama. Give it up for Steven! Steven and I have been working together for like 6 or 7 years. Like, he was the first person to play most of this music. Give it up for, of course, icon, diva, legend, Makena. I think the word 8 down boots apply. Give it up for Jacob Lamb. King of riffing. Beautiful voice. You guys, we've got to give it up for Kelsey Bentz. Max, can you raise your hand? Give it up for Max. Max helped set up all of this sound stuff for me and absolutely saved my life, because guess what? We ran into 700 problems and he fixed them. Yeah. Out of the kindness of his heart. Of course, we're gonna thank Nook. And the best way to thank Nook is by tipping Lehman and Nelson working behind the bar. For those of you who don't know, I have worked here for like 3.5 years. So show them some coin. There's not a lot of spaces, free spaces for artists to use. So the best way to get people to work these events is to give them money. Of course, I've got to thank my family in this front row. Coming from out of town, they all drove like 4+ hours to be here today, so that's like time. And I want to thank my amazing boyfriend Patrick as well. Because he hasn't heard me shut up about this for the past 3 months. And he's like filming, and he's the best. He's the most supportive person in the world. Obsessed. Love you. Okay. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Okay, we have one more song. This has been a Taste of Owen, and perhaps this is the dessert. Truth right now, I wrote this song at a time where I really needed to hear the message of the song, and I didn't even know it. So I'd like to share the message of it with you. Sorry to be really serious at the end here, but I think it's something we all need to hear. There's a party in a dorm room in Fairfax, Virginia, where Beth invited over senior boys. And her friends told her not to, but she said, "You guys, I've got to. I'm a bad bitch who does stuff she enjoys." There's a hamster in a cage on the floor of the dorm room. The bass from the party shakes her throat. She is scared she's forgotten, and her food has long been rotten. She can't figure out why things aren't as they were. The hamster squeaks as loud as Dua Lipa plays. Oh, she squeaks as if she's trying to say, "Feed your hamster. And don't forget. And remember, way deep down, you love your pet. Feed your hamster and spin her a reel. And remember how her whiskers make you feel. Parties are important. It's fun to feel like a gangster, but I'm begging of you, Beth, feed your hamster." a girl who's turning 12 in Fairfax, Virginia. It's 2011 in the fall. Halfway through the celebration, she has a revelation that her friends don't really know her well at all. But before the party's over, well, her dad says there's a present your mom and I kept secret in the den. And Beth's heart started to flutter, because between all of the clutter, she realized that she finally found a friend. The hamster squeaks as Beth holds her in her hands. Oh, she squeaks. And Beth's dad says, understand, you gotta feed your hamster. Be responsible. And make sure her water bowl is always full. Beth, you gotta feed your hamster. And clean her cage. And make sure all of the wood shavings get changed. And on that day, Beth made a promise to the rodent who entranced her. She said she'd never forget to feed her hamster. But look at me, and look at you, and look at all the cracks that we let stuff fall through. We owe it to ourselves to see the things that we love through. And the kid who once was 12, well, is still living you. It's okay to change and to start anew. But there's one thing you can't forget to do. What am I gonna say? We gotta feed our hamsters. Put them in their balls and keep them far from the stairs as they crawl. You guys, we've gotta feed our hamsters. We gotta give them treats, cause we love the way their mouth sounds when they eat. We gotta keep our word and follow through and do all the things we always promise to. We gotta try our best and make the time. We can't put it off till later. Keep that dream alive.
If you want to be a doctor or a dancer,
How do you begin? Well, I think you found your answer.
If you remember this, you're bound to be a champ, sir. You've got to feed. You've got to feed your hamster. Thank you! Thank you! Stick around, have a drink. Thank you all for coming. Love you guys.